Hi to all my friends, my Evo Lifers. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thank you for being here. It's been a long time that I didn't come up and join you guys and do some videos here because, it's vacation time. I hope those of you who've been vacationing have had a wonderful time. And now it's time to come back and join. Okay, so a lot of things have been going on, and I can feel those energies out there. Okay, and while I was transmitting the video in Spanish, my computer didn't respond. The program didn't respond, and I had to end abruptly. I couldn't. It didn't go off. Okay, so we're on YouTube specifically and Chrome. Okay, so now I'm back. And now we're in the English version. So thank you. Thank you for joining me. And you guys can comment, let me know how all these things that I bring here and speak about are relevant in your life. I want to know. I want to know if the topics that we speak about here and that we teach about here are of any help to you guys. Okay, so please let us know. Really interested in knowing, so please comment. And tonight I'm going to be speaking about science and spirituality, one in the same. Okay, one in the same. And how come I say this, right? And I'm going to say that, as we know, religion and science have always been seen as opposites and as opposite ends of a spectrum, right? Not realizing that all this time they were speaking and talking about the same thing, just in a different way and from a different perspective. Okay. And you guys know that here in Evo Life 360, it is all about unifying, right? Unifying, right? Rather than separating. Evo Lifers know that the highest potentials lie in unity and not in separation. So I'm all about unity, okay? I also have to clarify that because we misdefine religion with spirituality and interchange these two, right? These two concepts with each other, we end up confusing these two as one same method, when in fact, they are very, very different processes, okay? This video is not intended to equate religion with science, only spirituality, which is another thing, and we're going to talk about that. Spirituality and science, okay? And I clarify that although both religion and spirituality seek to achieve the connection with the divine, the ways or approaches to achieve that connection are very different, very different. Therefore, I am going to define, and I need to define both for you to differentiate, right? One from the other. And then we can talk about science and spirituality, which is the true subject of this video, okay? We can equate those two. So first, I'm going to say that religion is a dogma, okay? Which means that it is taught And any information that is shared with us is given to us from the outside environment. And then we adopt it as ours, right? And also we continue to pass it on to others. It also means that religion's teachings, right, and the source of information come from external sources and subjective perspective, interpretations, and perceptions of those who created them, because there are many religions with different concepts, okay? And it requires then that we fully believe in the information that is being given or taught to us. It seeks connection with the divine from the source and perspective of an outsider. Okay? It does not treat the divine as an integral part of the human being. So we can say, right, that to much extent, it carries a mentality, religion carries a mentality of separation, okay, of separation. On the other hand, spirituality is all about connecting with the divine through our wisdom and inner knowing. It seeks the knowledge leading the individual through an inner discovery of the self or self-discovery, okay? It takes confidence in oneself rather than on an outsider. It is based on the discovery of the divinity within us. And it carries with it also a mentality of unity, right? That if we connect with our inner, right? And when I mean inner, emotions and feelings, okay? Because the divine is all about emotions and feelings. We feel him, we don't think him, okay? So we connect with that. We are able to establish a deeper knowledge of our divine within us, okay? Our divinity. More than anything, I believe that the well-known opposition between spirituality and science has stemmed from the confusion between religion and spirituality. Okay? As with many, if not all, of humanity's dilemmas. So, how we perceive and believe that things are or should be, and how our individual environment greatly influences these perceptions and beliefs is very important. Okay? This is why to see and understand how we are all impacted by perception in our lives and how difficult it is for us as humans to be truly objective, right? This is so difficult and broad and mutable rather than subjective, right? And closed and fixed like we usually are. Thanks to you, Carlos. Thanks to you. Thanks for joining me. Therefore, we must pay close attention to what and how we believe things. We need to question ourselves, connect and discover truths, not beliefs. Okay? And to finalize the differences between religion and spirituality, eh, or religion and science, perhaps. Religion has not released the superhuman perspective of divinity. right? It has not understood, perhaps, that the source of life is about the intelligent force within our building material, light energy, and not about a human being, okay? On the other hand, the same thing has happened with science because science has also not recognized yet light energy as the intelligent force, the source of life, as the living and intelligent and divine universal fabric and material and divine material, okay? Therefore, the point of convergence, the common point between spirituality and science is light energy. And I specify light energy because it is our true nature and make, okay? The universal glue that unites and holds everything together, and the universal raw material, divine material, and fabric, okay? I've just explained the difference between religion and spirituality. And so now let's see, why do I say that the point of convergence between spirituality and science is energy? Is energy. So let's look at the undeniable commonalities between these two, right? Spirit and energy, or spirituality and energy. Uh, for one, I'll say that both are the starting point and source of life. In spirituality, the word spirit means ignition, force, the breath of life, what ignites or gives life, animation, and movement to everything. And in science, energy and its subatomic particles are also what ignites the spark, right? And give animation and movement to everything because they have an eternal vibratory frequency or vibrational frequency in them. Movement that cannot be stopped ever. Okay? And I have a quote that I've read here before, that it says, this constant vibration and movement is life itself at its best, okay? In its greatest splendor and at its most fundamental and organic level. And if the atom and its quantum particles of light did not vibrate constantly, life as we have known it would not exist, okay? The atoms and all the elements of the periodic table know how and what to bond with without being instructed, okay? To create, to create and form. So the creation is here, okay? To create and form all existing matter in all its physical and non-physical states. Because as you know, there are four states, right? Solids, liquids, gases, and then the fourth state and universal state of plasma, which is a charged gas, okay? Gases are not physical things that we can touch, right? But they are there. We cannot see them, but they are there. So, and they are matter. So, another commonality between them is that both cannot be seen. And it is because spirit is the source of life itself and made up of very small particles of light. We cannot see spirit, as you know, right? Although there are people that are energy sensitive and they are clairvoyant and they can see spirit and mediums and all this, right? Can communicate, and many can have visions and see a spirit or energy. It's the same word, it's the same thing. Eh, and that's why, because they are energy sensitive, okay? They can do that. But commonly, right, for most of us, well, we cannot see them. And in science, we also cannot see energy or atoms and their electromagnetic fields, because they are also in their most fundamental and organic state, which is plasma, the universal state I spoke about previously, okay? And our fourth state. And just a note, a mental note and curious note for you guys to know, is that in biology, our body is made up of four main elements that comprise 97% of our body. And they are oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen, in that same order, okay, of importance. Of which three of them, as you know, are gases, because oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen are gases. So our bodies, although they manifest alchemically, they go through a chemical process, right, in a solid form, they manifest in a solid form, are mostly made up of gases. And that's why I say there is nothing more spiritual, mystical, esoteric, occult, okay, than energy and its quantum particles, that we cannot see them, right? With the naked eye, we can only see what they create, what they build, what they manifest into, okay? So both, another commonality is that both spirit and energy cannot be created or destroyed, like science says in thermodynamics, okay? Both simply are. That's where that famous quote, right? In spirituality, the I am comes from, okay? Its essence is within everything. Spirit and energy is within everything in the universe, omnipresent, okay? Whether in physical or non-physical form or state, okay? So for example, another thing, curious thing, energy and spirit have also been associated many times before by man, because energy drinks are drinks that are high, as you know, in sugar, right? And sugar is alchemized. It goes, it processes the body, right? Alchemized and stored in energy, fat energy, actually, in our body, by the body. It goes through a chemical process, okay? And our body transforms sugar into energy or into fat and stores it. That's why we get fat, okay? When we eat too much sugar, right? Carbohydrates. And also, on the other hand, in a bar, cocktails, for example, are also drinks with a high content of sugar, right? Which is why they are also known as spirits, because they energize, they change or affect our moods to a supposed state of happy, right? We're happy when we drink. And people associate drinking alcohol and liquor with this happy state and good times, right? Good times. although not necessarily everybody reacts in the same way. But this is how we have perceived it. And we know that when we go to a bar, we can see that it says spirits, because spirits, again, they they had to spirit has to do with our moods, with the way we feel, and not the way we think. So it it changes our moods, okay, and the way we feel. That is why spirit or vibrational frequency, that we all are in energy, expresses itself through us, through our feelings and emotions. Okay? So, by studying and understanding the behavior of energy, the atom, and its subatomic particles, science through quantum physics and theories like uh, entanglement and superposition, etc., and a lot of them new ones that have come out now, is beginning to accept and embrace spiritual concepts such as life after death that it had not done before. Okay. And when we research and study and understand the language and behavior of energy and how it applies in our lives, we are becoming more spiritual and attuned to our soul's energetic blueprint, our true nature, and constitution. Okay? My invitation is for you to begin to understand the meaningful connection between science and spirituality through energy rather than trying to separate them. Okay? Notice how the two are now coming together to illuminate many universal mysteries for the benefit of humanity and of the whole. Okay? We are all divine fractals of light, waves of vibrational frequency, rays, or threads of that which we have called God. One, each one of us, necessary in the composition of this infinite totality and divine intelligent force. So let us honor our name, Universe, right? And in unity, learn to use our divine spiritual nature, applying the universal and scientific laws that govern it. More than ever before, we are being called to unite through the scientific and spiritual knowledge of the language of our divine material, light energy. Okay? So, love and life. With this, I leave you tonight. Please, please, please like and share so that many others can benefit from this information. Please comment. Let me know. What do you think? What are your thoughts about this? Okay? That I'm sharing tonight. Because we are here to support and help and converse with you, okay? With you guys. And if any of you need help, or if anyone around you, right, needs assistance in any aspect of life, or are interested in our well-being program, for example, please reach out to us at evolife360@gmail.com, and we will be more than glad to assist you in any way. Okay? So thank you for joining me tonight. Hoping to see you next week here again in the Mingles of Evo Life. Bye bye to YouTube and bye bye to Facebook. Okay, Evo Lifers. Love you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.